And hello, 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 and good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in this beautiful world, beautiful soul. I'm going to switch over to see where we are on my Facebook page to say hello as people are chiming in. So this is a little bit later than we've been doing our live streams for the last couple weeks. And today I decided to take a little bit of time for myself. I am still coming out of, pretty much all the way done now, coming out of a dark night of the soul. And by comparison for me, it was really rather mild, which is good because, and this is where I'm going to out myself a little bit, just to share with you that whether it looks like I've got it all together or not, most of the time I do. And yet there are times when I'm really working on expanding my own sense of allowing and my inner vibration, raising it to the next 2 or 3. The word I'm getting is level or decibel, the frequency. And the conscious mind, the human self, will only stand that, will only allow or tolerate that for so long before it does its best to just snap you backwards. And that's pretty much what it did. It started a little bit on Friday this past week. I was able to manage it within 90 minutes, and I went on about my day. And then Saturday morning, I felt rather overwhelmed, and I took the day. I took the rest of the day, like about, from mid-morning on until the rest of the day in the evening. Sunday, I felt very good, started a new project, working on a new free or no-cost webinar for the 15th, which is a week from today. And it's the art of connecting to angels. And perhaps you've seen a post here and there about it. Anyway, Monday was good. And then Tuesday, I allowed myself to be triggered, or maybe, yeah. And so it was a real, kind of in the crapper day, okay, as far as energy is concerned. Once I figured out what it was all about, why I was triggered or why I allowed myself to be triggered, I realized it was a dark night of the soul, and it was much easier to manage. And I think Monday was not so great either. I'm sharing this with you because it is all about what voice are you listening to. And sometimes when you honor where you are, meaning I knew I was not in a good place, it's not as dark as it has been in the past, thankfully. And even during the midst of that, which is unusual, it's a new experience, and it's very, I don't know, pleasant, I guess, in a way, because throughout the dark night of the soul, this time round, I doubt it's going to be the last one, I was able to manage indifferently. And there were some ups. I'm not talking like roller coaster or up and down as far as, high peaks like Mount Everest and then down below sea level kind of thing, that I was able to manage and navigate very differently this time around. And I was doing my best to listen to the voices of the angels, to spirit, to source itself, to my inner intuitive self. Wasn't forcing it, wasn't pretending that I wasn't in for me, a dark place. Being highly empathic has its benefits, its rewards, and its gifts. It also has the opposite, because one of the universal laws states something similar to this, that for every positive, there's a negative. So when you're feeling really, really positive, and I'm not talking about bipolar, okay? That's a whole different thing that people deal with, and that's not where we are at the moment. That's not what we're focusing on or any of those kinds of things. So what is this really all about? It is about, what are you choosing to listen to? Are you choosing to listen to fear and doubt? Are you choosing to listen to those self-sabotaging thoughts that turn into emotions, and the emotions that then feed the thoughts? And you can kind of see where this is going. What you think, what you feel is what you're manifesting. Part of the challenge for us in human form is working with, not against, or any of those things about the conscious mind, ego, chitter chatter. It's working with it, offering non-resistance, so you're not fighting or pushing against the flow. Sometimes it's necessary to go through those dark nights because the expansion is in the letting go. The expansion is in recognizing that the human self needs to catch up with your spiritual self. Remember, you are a spiritual being having a human or earth journey experience. Your spiritual self is very much in tune with who you really are, what you came here to do, and exactly how to do that. It's the human self with all of the, thank you, the conditioning from birth, and actually even before that, inside the womb of your biological mother, the seeds from your father, and the energy from the generations from beyond and beyond and beyond, as they all come down and through everything. It colors, it creates filters, it doesn't exactly determine, although it can definitely influence everyone, and it's definitely influenced me over the years. This was one of the things that I figured out. I think it was, what was it? Thank you, David Nagel, that I first heard this outside of my head in a way that I could put the pieces together in my conscious mind to start creating new pathways, new voices to listen to. And yes, I do talk with angels every day, and they talk with me every day. Even in those moments where it's really dark, if I just allow myself to feel that, the angels are never far away. I'm the one who shuts that off or blocks it for a while, because it's like I just need quiet in my head. I just need the space to get rid of. And it's like coming out of the ashes, like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. And if you have used a tarot deck, then the tower, where everything is falling apart. And that's exactly how it felt, and what my conscious self, my human self, was attempting to have me believe, that everything was falling apart. And in truth, what was falling apart was actually beliefs and negativity, patterns, thoughts, emotions that no longer fit where I was. So it was actually falling away from me. And through the purification of the dark night of the soul, you come out to the other end of the tunnel, so to speak, and you begin again. You don't start, it's not starting over. In a way it is, but you're actually beginning at a higher vibrational level, because now you're not carrying all this stuff with you. You've let go of some of the baggage more and more and more. Each time you up level, each time you step into faith, then you will at some point go through a dark night. Some of them are just small as speed bumps. Some of them are like brick walls. And the other times it's just flat out in a dark place. I don't like being there. I don't like connecting with people when I'm there. I don't like answering emails or doing live streams or any of those things because the energy for me is foul. It's opposite of who I am. Well, it's opposite of where I work, live, and play most often. It is a part of me. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because it's part of what I share with my students and my clients is how to work with this, how to work around it and through it. And I go through it myself. It's been a while since I have had a dark night. I guess a dark night, the last time would have been maybe last end of July, beginning of August, when I was undergoing and then recovering from emergency major surgery, like all of a sudden out of the blue. And I think I've shared that story with you a time or two, so I don't need to repeat it. The whole point of this being here with you today is, what voice are you listening to? The one that you listen to the most often are the kind of results or lack of results that you see manifesting in your now. What you see, what you feel, what is happening, what's showing up or not showing up for you as you want, is a reflection of all the thoughts and the emotions, the negativity and the positive things that you have experienced up until this moment. So what you're actually seeing is a mirror image of the past. In order to change that, in order to create new pathways, it requires practice. It makes you really observant and consciously aware of what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're reacting, what you're willing to tolerate from yourself. And I don't mean in a, punishing or beating yourself or judgment way. When you choose to listen to the voice of reason, you can kind of get in trouble. When you choose to listen to the voice of your inner intuitive self, to that of angels and source and universal energy, that's when you know you are making headway to manifesting more of what you want and less of what you don't. Come visit us in the Angels for Success and Prosperity Facebook group. I'm getting ready to pop over there in just a few moments and to give a class today. I'm not sure what it is I'm teaching yet. I think I know, but I need to refresh my own memory. Hey, that's the way of intuitive. That's the way of this intuitive. What voice are you listening to? If you want to get rid of that little naggy voice, that ego chitter chatter that the conscious mind is constantly throwing in your face, and you want some help with that, let me know. Message me, post it in the comments. Let's see if there's something I can help you do. If there's not, I'll let you know. I can't help everyone. I do my best, but not everyone is really ready. And there are some things that that are out of my wheelhouse, that are out of my area of considerable expertise and knowledge. This is the Angel Lady. Thank you for stopping by, whether you saw us live or you're listening to or viewing the replay. I love you. I believe in you. I hope you love and believe in yourself as well. So until next time, beautiful soul, this is the Angel Lady, Terry Marie. Bye-bye.